If you look at the screen, you're going to see a woman by the name of Annie White. She is a dating coach. She's actually right here in Philadelphia. And I'm just reading the screen grab here. It says, Annie White is a top 5 dating coach and relationship expert in the country. Due to her success in coaching dozens of women to marriage, engagement, and relationships. She's an expert contributor on Fox, ABC, and CBS. And her TED Talk teaches women how to find Mr. Right. Well, we're going to take a look at that TED Talk. And this TED Talk is going to solidify the ironclad truth, the ironclad universal truth in terms of why women should never give relationship advice to men or women. So we're going to do this in the customary Donovan Sharpe way. I'm going to play the video, and I'm going to give my commentary throughout. Let's get started.
Arms.
Oh, wait a minute.
Ladies,
that was a little bit. Here we go.
Founder of I'mSickOfSingle.com. And before I get started, I want all of my independent women to make some noise. I see y'all.
See, right off the bat, all my independent women make some noise. Now, again, you can tell she's already coming at this from a feminist point of view. All my independent women. As we all know, quote unquote, independent women, they're not worth the paper they're printed on. They are a headache. Nobody wants to, men of value don't want to deal with independent women. Yet, in terms of, hey, I'm going to tell you how to find Mr. Right. By the way, where are all my independent women out there? Where are all my single ladies? Already coming out with the Beyonce anthem. Let's continue.
I hear y'all, and today I'm going to teach y'all how to find Mr. Right.
Now, keep in mind that this is an overweight black woman, okay? She's already at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. She's overweight, and overweight women are at the bottom of the sexual totem pole, and black women are at the bottom of the sexual totem pole. Right? Now, listen, race and weight aside, what women are doing, what men and women are doing, really women, listening to this woman, is taking financial advice from someone who's broke. Okay, taking fitness advice from someone who's fat. There is no way on God's green earth that an overweight female, regardless of race, can advise any woman on how to find Mr. Right. She hasn't found Mr. Right. She's going to make us all think that she did a little bit later on, but she hasn't found Mr. Right. Sweetheart, you're overweight. You don't get to tell us, okay, well, this is how to find Mr. Right. So right off the bat, we're already poking holes in this woman's, I guess, her credibility.
Because we're not taught that. As women, we are taught one universal thing about dating, and that is to wait. Wait for the man to approach you. Wait for the man to ask you for your number. And wait for the man to ask you on a date. And do you know what that truly teaches women?
What? Tell us.
That everything in our love life is on a man's time and terms.
Boom. There it is. There it is. There's the feminist coming out on her. Everything is on a man's time and terms, as if this were a bad thing. Sweetheart, dating is on a man's time and terms. In terms of high value men. Listen, all these low value guys out there, all these basic guys, we call them basic bitches. Listen, there are a lot of normal, regular, low value blue pill guys running around. Yeah, okay. You don't want to be dating a man on his time and on his terms if he's low value. But as far as high value men are concerned, oh no, sweetheart, they are on his time and his terms. You see, young and pretty girls, dating is on their time and on their terms, regardless of the value of men she's dating. She's got options because she's pretty. She's got time because she's young. But for this woman to come out and say, well, we've been taught that dating is on a man's time and terms. Guys, you will see here within the next 5 seconds, that has absolutely nothing to do with her talk. She just wanted to throw it out there. I'm anti-man, I'm pro-woman. Dating is on a man's time and terms. That has nothing to do with finding Mr. Right, sweetheart. She's already given herself away.
Ladies, if you think that is asinine, because you don't...
If you think that is asinine, then what? Ladies, if you think that is asinine, then what? She completely skipped over it. See, already you can see that she's glad-handing. She's just playing to the crowd. She knows she has females in the audience. She's the kind of speech giver that feeds off of the crowd. Yes. Oh, she sees the heads nodding, so she's going to say things that makes people's heads nod. Like a comedian. Comedian tells funny jokes because he wants to hear the crowd laugh. Sweetheart, you are here to inform, not to entertain. I am the same way. I am here to inform. I'm not here to entertain. Okay? I tell hard and fast, harsh truths about the sexual marketplace as it applies to men. You want to know something? A lot of this stuff is hard to hear. But guess what? I'm going to tell it anyway. I don't care how many head nods I get. I don't care how much. I don't even look at the chat anymore. Right? And I think people looking in the chat on YouTube, by the way, just as an aside, I think that's dangerous to YouTubers because you're getting validation based on what they want to hear. You don't want to see, listen, you naturally don't want to see people saying, oh no, Donovan, you're wrong. No. I don't want to see that, but I don't want that to divert my attention. Oh no, they don't like what I'm saying. I better change it. Nah, listen, I don't care if you don't like what I'm telling you guys. I tell you guys the truth. That's how it is. This woman is essentially, quote unquote, reading the chat. She is saying things to get the head nods to make herself feel better about what she's saying. This is disingenuous.
For anything in your life, then it's time to bring that same level of confidence and proactivity that you bring to every other area of your life.
See, confidence and proactivity. Guys, this is where women go wrong. Every other area of your life is not like your love life. Your love life is different, so it must be handled differently. Oh, I was assertive and aggressive and confident and proactive, and I got this job. Must be the same with men to be successful. Oh, I was confident when I went to this interview. I was proactive. No, not the same confidence. Guys, there is a difference between masculine confidence and feminine confidence. You see, guys, masculine confidence is proactive. It is assertive. It is direct. It is forthcoming. Feminine confidence is deference, submissiveness, obedience. OMG, Donovan, how can confidence be submissive? Easy. Submission means relinquishing control. When a woman submits to a man, it is not forced. We don't put a gun to our woman's head. If a woman is confident enough in a man, she will submit to him knowing he's in control. She has confidence in his control. She submits to his confidence, and his confidence makes her confident in a feminine way. That makes her deferent, submissive, and obedient. Feminine confidence is also knowing you look good. Feminine confidence is also knowing that you are not promiscuous, not sleeping around, and that you can cook. Overweight, promiscuous women who can't cook, they aren't confident around men of value. Would you like to know why? Because they know that men of value, they want a woman who takes care of herself physically, doesn't sleep around, and knows her way around a kitchen. This is why women who sleep around try to embrace this false confidence and act like a man. This is that masculine confidence. In their hind brain, they're thinking subconsciously, okay, I sleep around, I can't really cook, and I'm a little overweight. I've been engaged twice, and I've cheated on all my boyfriends. But here's this high value guy. That woman will not have feminine confidence. So what does she have to do? She has to show masculine confidence to make it look like she is okay with being a promiscuous woman who can't cook or won't clean and would make a bad significant other. Females embrace masculine confidence when they know they don't have the feminine qualities that men of value are looking for. This is the kind of confidence she's talking about.
To your love life. Because the reason you can't find Mr. Right is not because you're not beautiful. And it's not because you don't bring valuable things to the table.
That's exactly why you can't find Mr. Right, Ms. White. Because you don't even have to be beautiful to be attractive. Not all girls are born beautiful. Very few girls are born beautiful. But the ones that are sexually attractive, maybe they don't look so good in the face, but they hit the gym every day, so they are attractive. A woman who's a 5.5 in the face, but an 8 to a 10 in the body can have any man she wants. As long as she's not promiscuous, as long as she's got a good attitude, as long as she's feminine. Any man she wants. Any man she wants. It's not, she's telling you, you're not finding Mr. Right, not because you're not beautiful, not because you don't bring anything of value. Yes, this is exactly why. Women like Ms. White are leading women astray.
The reason you can't find Mr. Right is because you are waiting on him to find you.
Newsflash, Ms. White. That's how it works. You see, women choose who they want to sleep with, but men choose who they want to marry and be in relationships of consequence with. Women are the gatekeepers to sex. That doesn't mean you're the gatekeepers to marriage and relationships. Women always forget this in the shuffle. Well, they're thinking, well, he wants to sleep with me, so of course he wants to commit. We're having sex every day, so of course he would marry me. Wrong answer.
And don't get me wrong, because I wholeheartedly believe in the scripture that...
Oh, God. Here we go with the Bible talk, right? Just keep this in mind. Here we go with the Bible talk. I love it when people bring the Bible into their talks.
Says, he who finds a wife,
blah, blah, blah,
findeth a good thing.
Blah, 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 blah.
My question to you, however, is what are you doing to be found?
There we go. Now, that is a very good question, Ms. White. That's a good question. This is a good question to ask. What are you doing to be found?
And so how you help Mr. Right find you is by developing the courage to flirt first.
Flirt first. Now she's kind of on the right track, right? At least with her words. Flirting first doesn't mean aggressively flirting. No, flirting first means making that prolonged eye contact, flipping back your hair, letting a man know through your nonverbal body language that you want him to come and approach you. I actually did an episode, I actually released a video on Patreon about this. When to approach, when not to approach, picking up on those IOIs or those indicators of interest or choosing signals.
And I say that for three main reasons. The first is because men approach significantly less today than they did just 10 years ago.
No.
And they approach less for one main reason. And it's because women are less approachable.
Okay, she's right again. Women are less approachable than they were 10 years ago. That's spot on. But what she is leaving out are the false rape accusations. What she's leaving out are street harassment statutes. What she's leaving out are all of the hashtag #MeToo complaints that have taken down some powerful men. Alan Roger Curry famously said at the 21 convention last October, "Don't try to get laid where you get paid." That's how this works. So yeah, women are less approachable, sure. But what she's leaving out is that women are less approachable because of women. Feminism has literally criminalized male desire. And I'm going to talk about this a little later on.
Think about it. As an independent woman, you are busy. So when you're out and about, you're rushing in and out of places, your head is buried in your phone.
You see all of this, oh, you're busy. She thinks this is attractive behavior. This is not attractive to men of value. Men of value don't want to be with busybodies. Men of value don't want to be with a woman whose schedule is always full. Okay, he might have her over for a one-night stand or two, or a tryst, or a friends with benefit arrangement, but he's not looking for a relationship with a woman who's always busy doing things. And it's interesting, it's funny how she describes being busy as your head in your phone. She's supposed to be this dating coach. She can't help the fact that she's a woman. She's still a woman. Your head is in your phone. Well, sweetheart, you do understand that there's more than one reason to have your head in your phone, right? Like when a man of value sees a woman with her head looking at her phone, he's not thinking, she must be important. Listen, she's got her head in her phone. She must be looking at spreadsheets. She must be looking at pie graphs. She must be looking at the run rate year over year, year to date. Oh my goodness, she's a strong, independent woman. No, she's checking Facebook. She's checking Instagram. She's checking Tinder. And if she's a really bad woman, she's checking Ashley Madison. When a woman has her face in her phone, she ain't handling business. She's handling her business.
And you rarely take the time to engage with your environment. And in those rare instances, when you do happen to make eye contact with a cute guy.
Ah, a cute guy. So right off the bat, Mr. Right has to look good. Guys, listen, I don't have a problem with this. Mr. Right's got to be attractive, right? But there are women who deny this. Well, my dream guy doesn't have to be attractive. I'm looking for quality over quantity, or I'm looking for substance rather than good looks. Listen, it's okay. Like, it's okay to be attracted to attractive men. Like, we get that. It is perfectly okay. Listen, guys, we aren't dishonest. We say, listen, man, she's got to look good first. If she doesn't look good, we ain't interested. No, women try to stand on their moles. Well, he doesn't have to be a good-looking guy, yet here she is, Miss Expert Dating Coach, Miss Top 25 Dating Coach. The first thing she talks about is a cute guy, and that's okay. Just don't be disingenuous. Liking cute guys doesn't make you a bad person any more than liking hot, feminine, beautiful women makes us bad guys.
You probably get nervous and look away. And if you are one of those brave souls who can maintain eye contact, you probably have resting bitch face. So he looks away.
And by the way, when a woman makes eye contact with you for a few seconds, doesn't look away, and she has resting bitch face, okay? Guys, this is a shit test. I know that I have resting bitch face, but I can't help that I'm attracted to you. Let's see if you'll take that opportunity to come over and talk to me. Guys, this happens all the time. If a woman makes eye contact with you for more than 1.5 to 2 seconds, and she won't break eye contact because you're not going to break eye contact, you're a man. Guess what? This is when you get up, you walk over to her. Hi, I noticed you were staring me down. Looked like you might want to have a look at my ass, but figured I'd go ahead and come over here and introduce myself. My name's Donovan. That's how that works.
And the unfortunate part about that is the main guy who's still approaching without needing a look, a smile, or any encouragement from you is who I like to call Larry the Lame. And Larry is lame because he approaches every girl he's attracted to.
Oh, so because a guy out there approaches every woman he is sexually attracted to, now he's lame? Ms. White, this is what men do. And listen to these laughs. See, they're all hoo-hoo-ha-ha. They love it. They love guys who grab their balls and go over and talk to women regardless of whether or not he's seeing IOIs. Now, you should wait for choosing signals before you go to approach a woman. Guys, guess what? It takes a lot of balls to go over and approach a woman out of the blue. Just a cold approach. She might not like you, at least not at first, but she will respect the fact that you had the balls to come over there and talk to her.
Since he figures if I approach 10 girls this week, I can seduce at least one of them into sleeping with me by next weekend.
Look at her face. It's like she's reliving. It's like she's reliving getting picked up by all these quote unquote Larry Lames. Women can't help. It's so funny. Women try so hard not to be attracted what they're attracted to. They can't help it. They just can't help it.
And I don't want you to stereotype Larry, because some Larrys are very handsome, charming, and educated.
Oh, don't stereotype Larry. Gentlemen, handsome, charming, and educated. She's not talking about Larry the Lame. Now, she's talking about Chad Thundercock. She's talking about Kevin in sales. You see, guys, Larry is only lame if Larry is unattractive, right? You don't get accused of false sexual, you don't get a false sexual harassment claim at work if you're attractive. Oh, no. That very, very rarely happens, right? And this just goes to show that women don't want to be approached by unattractive men. They want to be approached by attractive men. Fine. So if you approach every girl and you're unattractive, you are Larry the Lame. But if you're charming, if you're handsome, if you got some game to you, now you're a Chad.
So don't assume Larry is lame in terms of status or appearance. But rest assured, every Larry is lame as it pertains to character.
Character? Now she's talking about character. Again, this woman is in her 30s. Of course she's worried about character. See, she had the luxury of not really worrying about character in her 20s, and I can promise you this. We got the 22 convention coming up here real soon, okay? And I can promise you this. There will not be one woman in attendance at the 22 convention under the age of 25. And to be honest with you, might not even be under the age of 30. Oh, no. These will be women in their 30s and 40s. You don't have to, listen, 20-year-olds don't need dating coaches, guys. All they have to do is look good, cook good, and be faithful. But they can't even do that. And then they look up in their 30s, and all of a sudden, now they're alone. No, every woman in this audience they're in her 30s. She is in her 30s. That's why they're here looking for Mr. Right. Listen, all through her 20s, she was looking for Mr. Right now. But now that she's 35 and still single and childless, now she's looking for Mr. Right. And now all of a sudden, no, yes, I've always been concerned about character. Oh, no, sweetheart. You are making your necessity a virtue. Your necessity wasn't character in your 20s, sweetheart. Your necessity in your 30s is not is not important to you. The only reason why the only reason why a man's character is important now is because you're running out of time. Your biological clock is ticking.
And the unfortunate part about that is so many women spend their entire love life dating lying, lame Larrys. All because
all because nothing. You want to know why women date lying, lame Larrys? Because these lying, lame Larrys, they have game. They're only lame because they didn't stick around. Women date these Chads or these Larry with game instead of Larry the lame because, number one, they've got game. And number two, she wants to believe that the player will settle down with them. Oh, you're a player, but I can, what's the word I'm looking for? I can civilize you. I can get you to calm down. That's what makes a man arousing, but I'm going to be the one that makes you give up that player life. Turn in your player card. And when she figures out that she's not the one to make him settle down, oh, well, he was a Larry the lame anyway. Yeah, that's cute. That's cute.
Too afraid to talk to the guy who's not talking to them, since they erroneously assume if he was attracted, he'd be approaching. But that's not necessarily true, considering the fact that Gary, the good guy, isn't approaching is due to the fact that
Gary, the good guy. Oh, Jesus Christ. Gary, the good guy, he is beta bucks. That's who Gary, the good guy is. Larry the lame, who is really Larry with game, that's Chad. But Gary, the good guy, is beta bucks. Larry with game, that's Alpha Fox. See, she's mad at Larry the lame because he pumped her and dumped her. That's why she calls him lame. But now she wants Gary, the good guy. See, Larry with game is Chad. Listen, that's the Chad, the Chads that she was messing around with in her 20s. Gary, the good guy. Listen, all these unattractive features. Listen to what she says here.
He's not as desperate for attention or cocky enough to believe that all women want him, because he's humble. He values quality over quantity, and he's the all-around better dude.
Oh my God. If this doesn't say beta bucks, I don't know what is. He's not cocky. He's looking for quality over quantity. He's a man of character. Guys, these are all unattractive or unarousing features. He's not cocky. He isn't confident around. He isn't confident enough to assume all women want him. Guys, guess what? She's up here talking all this shit about these characters of virtue. She ain't aroused by this stuff. Until, of course, they're 30 years old. A couple of ways you guys can contribute. You can do that through the Super Chat or the Streamlabs link. If you do either, I will shout you out in the chat. Streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. That's streamlabs.com/Donovan Sharpe and the number 1. Whichever way is the most convenient for you. I appreciate every penny, guys. If you get something out of my content, like, comment, subscribe, and share. My channel does not grow without you guys sharing my videos. So share my videos, text your friends, blast us out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Get the word out, guys. If you're a little short on cash, just remember, likes and shares are free. So you can still do your part without having to go into your wallet. Guys, make sure you sign up for my newsletter to stay in the know on all things Donovan Sharpe. And if you have a show idea, if you see a video, if you see a blog post, something on social media, hit me. TSR@DonovanSharpe.com. That's TSR@DonovanSharpe.com. Or you can do it through the contact tab on my website, DonovanSharpe.com. If you want even more of my content, sign up for my Patreon. This afternoon, I am actually, I'm releasing another video from my archive. You guys will see that, listen, it's a really, really good one. Oh, pardon me. It's one that actually got lost in the YouTube fire from last year. Also, as a patron, you will get access to my live evening show, TSR Primetime. Tonight, I'm going to talk about why your gym sucks and why it's holding you back from reaching your physical peak. That goes down tonight at 6:30 Eastern on Patreon. Listen, I'm going to be taking your phone calls. I'm going to be answering your questions. And yes, I will be looking at the chat. TSR Primetime is not it's not YouTube friendly at all. But the content, guys, it's every bit as top notch as the content that I make available to the public. All it takes is less than 17 cents a day, guys. So go to patreon.com/Donovan Sharpe to get access to more of my videos, pictures, audio podcasts, and much, much more. Let's continue here.
Don't y'all agree that's the guy you should be talking to?
Yeah, but it's not the guy you were talking to. It's the guy you should be talking to now. See, and listen, again, Gary the good guy, that's the guy she passed up in her 20s. This is all typical. And by the way, guys, notice she's using what I like to call female logic language. Larry the lame, Gary the good guy. Okay? Ms. White here is the if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything girl. See, the reason why she's as big as she is and on a TED Talk is because she likes using poetic symmetry to fooling women into believing that she's actually speaking the truth. All you have to do is make something rhyme, make something sound the same linguistically, make it poetically symmetrical, and women fall for it every single time. Right? Why bang the bad boys when you can get with the good guys? Bad boys, good guys, BBGG. Sounds great, right? But no woman wants to get with the good guys until it's too late. That's just all there is to it.
Instead of the slick, smooth talking guy who approaches every girl he's attracted to. I do too. And once you develop the confidence to flirt first, you're going to start meeting more of the right people. Now, the next reason you
flirt first. When you develop the confidence to flirt first, you're going to start meeting more of the right people. Dude, she is literally advising women to be Larry the lame, which is Larry with game. And listen, confident men approach all the time. They do this to increase their odds of success. Right? Listen, we know that the more girls we approach, the more girls are going to sleep with us. So she's advising women to flirt first a lot more, which is the equivalent of approaching women for men. So if a man approaches women, if he approaches 10 women a day, then he's a lame. But if a woman wants to flirt first with more guys, she's not a lame. Somehow she's this virtuous creature who's trying to meet Mr. Right. This again, guys, is women. This is women encouraging behavior that men get shamed for, right? And if a woman flirts too much with a bunch of guys, we'll call her Thirsty Thelma. That's what we're gonna. You know what? We can do that too. We're gonna call her Thirsty Thelma.
Have to start flirting first. It's because, let's be honest, you are over online dating. Raise your hand if you are over online dating.
Do you see how she gets her fuel from the crowd? Unless the crowd is giving her that positive reinforcement, her message, she doesn't really speak with too much conviction, right? But any woman, just getting back to the topic here, any woman who says, quote, I'm over online dating, that's outing yourself as a promiscuous party girl. That's outing yourself as a woman who slept around. Listen to all of the laughing.
She raised her hand and her foot.
Oh, ha, ha, ha. She raised her hand and her foot. She was a party girl who slept with a bunch of guys on Twitter or on Tinder. Oh, ha, ha, ha. How cute. Oh, ha, ha, ha. She banged Larry Lames on Tinder. That's just so cute. She raised her hand and her foot. But let a man talk about all the thirsty Thelmas he's banged. Now he's a sexual predator. Right? Now he's Larry the Lame. This just goes to show that one of feminism's main objectives is to restrain the sexual urges of men to the point of criminalization, while loosening the sexual restraints on women to the point of encouraging promiscuous behavior. She's talking about first flirting with more guys. PUAs talk all the time about approaching as many women as possible, but we don't get the laughing and joking. We don't get the ha 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 and raising our hands and feet. No, we get hashtag me too. We get street harassment. We get false sexual assault accusations because we had the nerve to ask a woman for her phone number.
And rightfully so, considering half the guys online report to be more interested in being a hookup than a husband.
There it is. See that linguistic symmetry? A hookup than a husband. This is why this woman is on a TED Talk. Like, honestly, she sounds like an infomercial. She sounds like she's on a pyramid scheme. Everything is rhymes and schemes and some sort of gimmick and some sort of angle. He's more interested in being a hookup than a husband. Yeah. And of course, women bite on this stuff hook, line, and sinker because, again, linguistics are very important, guys. Vernacular is extremely important. And listen, I got to give it to this woman. She's a master. But these women don't see the truth buried in all of this word salad that she's pretending to make sense.
And many of the other guys online misrepresent themselves. And
wait, many of the other guys online misrepresent themselves. Yeah, because only men misrepresent themselves online, right? Only men lie to women, right? Only men mislead women, right? Only men use women for sex knowing we don't want a relationship. Because every woman tells the truth to every man she meets. Women never mislead men. Women never use men for money, gifts, and resources when they know that they don't want to have sex with them. Men lie, women don't. Gotcha.
In terms of posting misleading pictures and fabricating their age, their income, their height, their relationship goal.
Unbelievable. She's sitting here talking all this shit about how men lie about this, that, and the other. Guys, I just released a video about fat fishing yesterday. This chick acts like women don't lie online. Dude, we got women out here with boyfriends and husbands talking about, I'm looking for something real. Yeah, something real quick and dirty. We got fat women out here using pictures of when they were in high school talking about, yeah, these pictures are fairly recent. I look a little bit different now, but I'm basically the same. Guys, women do the same thing, man. Listen, I'm not saying that women are any better or worse than men. Listen, there are a lot of bad guys out there. Listen, real talk. But guess what? There's some bad women out there too. This chick is acting like every woman in the crowd has never lied. She's acting like every woman in the crowd has never cheated. Never slept with her boyfriend's best friend. Never slept with her best friend's boyfriend. Never had an affair. Never ran up a man's credit card. Never committed paternity fraud. Never had an abortion without letting the father, or fathers potentially, know. Again, women inherently good, men inherently bad. This is feminism, guys. That's what this is.
Their relationship status, and anything in between.
Yeah, because women
and in the event that you do happen to message one of the good guy unicorns, you still have to get in your car and drive all the way across town to meet him.
See, all of a sudden now you meet a good guy. So now all of a sudden it's a hassle to get in your car and drive across town to meet him. I thought he was a unicorn. You see, look at her body language. Oh, it's just so much trouble to drive across town to see Gary the good guy. You see, when she was talking about Larry the lame, her which we all know is Larry the game, her eyes were sparkling. Her posture was erect. Her bosoms ready for the flirting, ready for the taking. Oh, we don't like Larry the lame. Oh, he approaches all these women. Oh, that's so unattractive. Yeah, the twinkle in your eyes betrays what you're saying.
Just to see if you like him in person.
Just to see if you like him in person. She already knows she's not aroused by it, but because he's a unicorn, but because he's Gary the good guy, I guess I gotta get in my car and drive across town to see him. You were doing that, dude. You were doing that for Larry's with game your entire 20s. Now it's a problem to do it for Gary the good guy, right?
All of that is a huge waste of your time, which is why I'm going to teach you how to meet men organically. Now, the final reason you must develop the confidence to flirt first is because by not doing so, you set yourself up for failure. And what I mean by that is, when I interview bachelors, I ask them, what is the worst thing you have ever done to a woman you love?
How about asking the women, what's the worst thing you've ever done to a man you love? Again, this is all one-sided. Men bad, women good. What's the worst thing you've ever done? Dude, I'll bet any amount of money that matters to me that she does not ask women these questions.
And they tell me the unimaginable. And so I ask them, why would you run up her credit card and put her in debt? Why would you cheat on her and get another woman pregnant? Why would you physically abuse her?
Oh, here we go.
If you claim to love her. And they admit, it's because I knew she wouldn't leave me. And they confess to knowing that by looking at the way she dated him. They tell me, when I met her, I could tell she wasn't social. And I could tell she was awkward around guys she likes, which means she doesn't like to meet men. And then within a few weeks of knowing him, she was all in trying to force a relationship.
All in. Guys, this is what men want. We don't want busybodies. We don't want to, listen, we want a woman to be all in. We don't want a woman to date around, which is another way of saying sleeping with multiple men. She is leading women astray. She's advised, don't go all in with these men. Don't go and pursue a relationship from the jump if you know you like him. Sleep around, ladies. Date. Show him that you can sleep with other guys so he'll be more attracted to you. She was awkward around guys she likes. This is a good thing. It's not that she doesn't like to meet men, Miss White. It's that she doesn't like to sleep around, and this is what men want. She is literally encouraging promiscuous behavior to achieve goals that only non-promiscuous women can achieve. Ay, ay, ay. It's unbelievable.
Which means she doesn't like the process of dating men.
Unbelievable.
And any woman who doesn't like to meet men or date men ultimately don't like to start over.
She's not making any sense. Any woman who doesn't like to date men or meet men ultimately doesn't like starting over. So if you don't date men or meet men, what are you starting over from? Right now she's freestyling. She is making absolutely no sense. Right now she's flailing in the wind because she's not getting that positive reinforcement from the audience, right? She's going to have to throw out one of her word salads or one of her something linguistically symmetrical. Break out an acronym or something that rhymes or some sort of polarization word salad to get the crowd going again, to make herself feel good. Look at her body language. She's like, uh-oh, they're not buying it. I haven't heard anybody laugh. I don't see heads nodding. What do I do?
So although he knows you deserve better, he also knows you're never going to be confident enough to go out there and find better.
That makes zero sense. Guys, listen. She is describing a woman who does not deserve a good man. You don't deserve a good man if you sleep around. You don't deserve a good man if you bring nothing to the table. And that's what you don't have the confidence to go out. Dude, that's that false masculine confidence. These women don't go out. These women don't leave and go out and find better because they know they don't deserve better. Guys, I say this all the time. The reason why sluts don't know how to act when they get with a good guy is because they know that they're not deserving of good treatment. If a woman treats you well for treating her poorly, she is telling you in no uncertain terms, I don't deserve a good man because I'm not a good woman. You do not recognize that you are not supposed to treat me well. So I am going to give you a not so subtle reminder to treat me the way I deserve to be treated, which is not like a lady. Then guys hit me all the time. Why is it that the worse I treat women, the better they treat me? And the better I treat women, the worse they treat me. It's because these women know they don't deserve good treatment and they're punishing you for it. Good women do not punish good treatment. They reward it.
So even a decent guy will half love you and half commit to you and be half the man you deserve when he sees you don't even have what it takes to give you what you deserve. So why should he? But the relationship develops in a very different way when you flirt first. Because he sees...
No, it doesn't.
You're not weird and awkward. You are confident and charming. And that sets off alarms in men's head.
Yeah, it does set off alarms in our head. When you're straightforward and you're outgoing, yeah, that sets alarms off in our heads. Oh, yes. Oh, she's a party girl. She's a life of the party girl. Oh, yeah, that's setting alarm bells off in our heads. But listen to what she's about to say, or this is going to crack you up.
That he's dealing with his equal.
Oh, my God. There's the, oh, you know what? She's every bit as confident as I am. She's every bit as cocky. She's got the game. She's got this. Oh, shit. I'm dealing with my equal, baby girl. I'm trying to put a ring on that. No, that's not what we're looking for. This woman has no idea what she's talking about. Zero clue. And this is where she is leading women astray. We don't want our equals. We don't want to date ourselves. That's not how this works. Men don't want to date men. We want to date women.
So issues like he doesn't make time for me, or he doesn't take me out, or he doesn't take me seriously are non-existent because he knows you will not be home stressed. You will be out with the next.
And there it is. See, I knew it was coming. Something to say. Well, hold on. Look. Okay, see that? You see that little hoe in her, right? She got that little validation. You will be out with the next girl, okay? And all these single sisters, yeah, that's what I'm talking about, girl. Out with the next. Guys, this is masculine behavior. Listen, if a man thinks you're out with another man, if he doesn't have time for you, he's not going to commit to you. Listen, What she is describing is what women are attracted to. Women are attracted to men with options. Okay? We as men, we already know women have options just by being women, right? Well, I got this guy and that guy, sweetheart. That's not impressive. Like, dudes throw dick at you all the time, right? Like, what? There's no need for women to brag. Well, this guy wants me and that guy wants me and that guy. Well, dude, you're a woman. That's standard operating procedure. But women know how selective other women are. So when they see a man has options, that's what makes them attracted to men. They know that they're not going to be home stressed if she doesn't give us a call because we'll be out with the next. That's attractive to women. That is unattractive to men, guys. I'm here to tell you. He knows I'll be out with the next, so he'll act right. No, he will continue to treat you like garbage because he knows you get around. And that's why he doesn't take you seriously. Listen to all that laughing. And she's all, okay. These women are absolutely clueless. We as men, we approach shy, awkward girls because we know that introverted girls make better girlfriends and wives than extroverted girls. Why? Because extroverts are always seeking attention. And if a woman seeks attention enough, guess what? She gonna get it.
And so I want to share one of my favorite flirting formulas that I've developed that will teach you how to flirt in such a way that doesn't make you look desperate, aggressive, or too forward. And it is called You Choose, He Chases.
Oh, God. You choose. So now there's a system. Now there's a system. You choose, he chases. You see that linguistic symmetry? You choose, he chases. The women in the audience are like, I'm sold. I've heard way too much of this. I want a hookup, I want a husband, not a hookup. I want to choose. I want him to chase. I'm in, girl. I'm in. This woman is this woman. It's like she's on a multi-level marketing pyramid scheme with all of this word salad she's using.
And You Choose, He Chases is a very simple process. Step 1 is question. Step 2 is introduction. And step 3 is exchange.
This woman is selling snake oil. You don't need systems to let men know that you're interested. Just walk up and talk to them, or you look at him for more than a few seconds. She's acting like she's found some secret formula to get a guy's attention. There is no formula. Wake up and breathe. Open your phone. Live life. I wonder how much these women pay to hear this stuff.
And you can use You Choose, He Chases in the grocery store, at networking events, at church. Anywhere men are, you can use this.
Oh, even in church.
And I'm going to share how I use You Choose, He Chases at the gym to meet my bae.
Okay. Red flag number 1. A dating expert that uses the word bae. What in the hell is that? My bae? I thought you were a dating and relationship expert. You should be married with 3 kids. Nah, she got a bae. Look at that. You see that? She is, dude, this woman looks for that external crowd validation. Dude, beware of people who look for that external crowd validation, because at some point it becomes more of a show rather than being informative. Like, are you there to listen? Are you there to entertain, or are you there to inform and educate? Right? Listen, comedians are there to entertain. So yeah, they got to feed off that crowd. Dude, no, man, she is feeding off the crowd, which means that she's going to tell the crowd whatever they want to hear. Derek Jackson, Matthew Hussey. They get all that external validation. Oh, you're so hot, you're so fine, and ooh, you're so right. No, man, I don't get that external validation. I get called all kinds of names by both men and women, but guess what? My ass is still on the air, dropping this red pill truth, popular or not.
So he was in the weight section, and so I walked up to him and I asked him the following question.
I swear to God, listen, maybe this is a pet peeve of mine. Maybe this is me just being a word nerd. I can't stand it when people say axe. It's ask. An axe is something you chop down a tree with. I don't know. Maybe that's just me being stupid. Anyway.
I said, you look like you're in great shape. Can you show me some exercises to tone up this part of my body? And he said, sure, grab some weights. So as we were working out, we were conversing and developing a rapport. And then a little into that, I introduced myself by saying, you are my whole personal trainer, and I don't even know your name. I'm Annie. And then after our exercise was done, I exchanged by giving him my card and saying, this was fun. Let's work out again sometime.
Oh, God.
And the rest is history, because he's right there.
Yeah, look at that. Interesting. Look at that. Oh, we can't see him. You know, that's interesting that we can't see what he looks like. Isn't that interesting, right? We have an overweight black woman on the stage talking about, well, you got to use this system and you too can get a bae. Really? Well, what's your bae look like? Well, he's right there. Everybody's applauding, but I can promise you half the women in the audience are like, really? Like, for real? Like, that's what this system is going to get us? There is no system. Be attractive. That's it. Don't be a bitch. That's it. Make eye contact. That's it. You don't need choose, chase, and no, there's no conversing. He got with you because he's thirsty. That's what it comes down to. You are not attractive, sweetheart. You are just not. And I know that there are people watching this right now thinking, well, she got a pretty face. Nah, dude. Nah, man. Guess what? Her face would be prettier if it weren't fat, right? We got a fat woman out here talking about, we got to use this formula and that formula. And look, it worked for me. Really? Show us the receipts. I want to see what your man looks like. Right? I'd be very interested to see what he looks like. Listen, never trust the dating coach who can't fuck. Never trust the dating coach who can't get with hotter women than you. You feel me?
Now it's called You Choose, He Chases, because you saw someone you were interested in, and you chose him by starting the conversation very indirectly.
Oh, this is such ignorance. Guys, check this out. Let me let you in on a little secret. Okay? If I'm out and about and a woman strikes up conversation with me, I know she's down to fuck. Guys, let me let you in on another little secret. Girls don't talk to strangers if they don't want to sleep with you. Ever. Remember hashtag #MeToo, street harassments, all that jazz? Oh, what flavor coffee are you drinking? Hey, can you tell me where to find that spinach? I've heard all of these things. I know she's down DTF. This happened plenty of times in Vegas. Guys, listen, there's no formula. Just show interest. And by the way, if you're showing interest to me, I'm the chooser, right? I choose to chase you. You're not choosing for me to chase you. If you're attractive enough for me to chase you and you don't give me a headache within the first 5 minutes, you might be worth my time. But there is no system. Well, you indirectly and then your man was thirsty. You literally threw yourself at him at the gym with some cheesy pickup line. Oh, can you tell me how to do these squats? Oh, this is fun. Here's my cart. Oh, get out of here with that. That's not why you got with this dude. You got with this dude because he's thirsty. Look at you. Unbelievable, man.
And then after some night.
Oh, and by the way, this little system, this little conversation, this led to her bae. This is exactly what happens with hookups and one night stands. Yeah. Oh, yeah. This choose and chase thing, those actually facilitate some hookups and some one night stands. This choose, chase, exchange, chase BS, it's ridiculous. Look good, make eye contact. He'll approach. End of discussion.
Conversation, you decided to exchange by giving him your card. And when he calls you, he's chasing you because he's interested.
No, right. That's all she had to say. He's chasing you because he's interested, not because of some system you ran. It's because you look good and you showed interest. That's it. Listen, I got to give it to her, man. I mean, listen, I can't knock the hustle. Listen, if people are going to pay you to tell them what they already know, hey, like, do your thing, girl. You ain't fooling me.
But that might not have happened had you not put yourself in a position to be found and chased.
She's acting like women don't do this on a daily basis on Facebook, Instagram, the grocery store, the bus stop. Dude, look at what women are wearing. Women are walking around in next to nothing. But she's trying to dress it up. Well, you have to put yourself in a position to be found and chased. Bitches do this all the time, every day, all day, every day. She's not telling these women anything they don't already know.
So all my independent women, I need you to understand that men are life partners, not life savers.
You see that? Ooh, there's that poetic symmetry again. They're life partners, not life savers. That has nothing to do with what she's saying. She has all of these little key phrases, that her little signature key phrases that makes her sound and look wiser than she is. Wow, men are life partners, not lifesavers. I've never thought of it like that. And by the way, we as men, we're not life partners. We are leaders, period. Women want leaders, not partners. Listen, they can call it whatever they want. This is what they want.
Which means 50% of the happiness that you experience in your love life is up to you. So don't be afraid to flirt first, because you are one introduction away from changing your entire life. Thank you.
That was weak. That was absolutely, oh my God. Dude, this chick has more acronyms and poetic proverb word salads than a freaking pyramid scheme con artist. This, again, is why women should never give relationship advice. She is literally telling me, well, the only thing you have to do to find Mr. Right is to make yourself findable and chaseable. I'm sure there are probably some women in the crowd talking about, like, bitch, I already know how to do that. Like, what, all I got to do is get this dude's attention? Well, hell, I've been doing that since I was 16 years old. You ain't telling me nothing I didn't already know. I remember, it's funny, when you're a sales guy, you know what the sales techniques are, right? And one such sales technique is feel, felt, found. This is what Damon Lindley taught me not to use. It's the old school Zig Ziglar, Tom Hopkins, you know, we all know, all the sales guys know. Feel, felt, found. Well, Mr. Customer. Well, Donovan, you know, I don't really know that I want to buy this Dodge Magnum. I heard they're not so good on gas. Well, you know, Mr. Customer, I know how you feel. I felt the same way. But let me tell you what I found out. Dude, guys see this, customers see this coming a mile away. They already know the system. Just sell me the car. Tell me how it's going to save me money, or tell me how it's going to pick up chicks. If it saves money, it's not going to pick up chicks. If it picks up chicks, it's not going to save money. That's how it goes. You don't need me to tell you that. These women don't need this woman to tell them, well, all you have to make yourself is findable and chaseable. No, this woman gets paid to tell women what they already know. Not only that, it's feminist inspired. It's just, this is unbelievable. This is why you do not take relationship advice from women.